Yo, yo.
G'day, mate.
Back.
How you going?
Bloody amazing. What's happening?
Friday. Thank God it's Friday.
It's Friday for you, mate.
Hey, we're not
Friday for
alone.
me.
I'm just going to bring out the elephant in the room. We're not alone tonight.
We're not.
No.
We're never really alone.
No, but this time it's a full house.
It is a full house.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of Canberra's finest.
Whoa.
Hey? Is
Wouldn't
that
go
a big
that
call or
I
what?
think I wouldn't go that far.
The hard men of Canberra sport, I say. Hey?
True that, true that. Boys, welcome, episode 7.
Thank you for
Hi,
having us.
Tommy.
Thanks for having
Welcome to the couch, mate. This.
Let's kick it off with a joke, see if I can bring their
Here we
humour.
go, here we go.
What do you call the
What?
female police lady that draws the chalk lines around dead bodies? What
Kai,
do you name her?
You can shoot it.
What do you name
mate.
it?
I've got nothing.
I feel like I've got to be careful how I answer that one.
Yeah, there's a few ladies on.
I'll give it to you. It's Tracy.
That's a lot more innocent than I thought it would be.
hang on.
No good? No good?
No,
like it,
that's
I like
That's
it.
all right. It's a dad joke. What can I say? We are a dad bod pod. Got to give
We
it a
are,
joke.
we are. All right, lads, welcome to the couch. So, Kai, we'll start with you, mate. What's been happening? How's the? I'm going to touch on it. How's the suspension?
Whoa, we're into it straight away.
Straight in,
Hey, look at
mate.
you.
We were there for the game last week. Week before.
Week before.
Week
yes.
before. Yeah, we were there and we were able to witness something amazing.
Hang on, I've just got clarity here. Do you actually have his jumper on, his jersey on?
It was
You
his.
got
It's mine now.
you got the captain.
I do. I got the captain. I'm steering the ship. So. Capitano.
Yes.
So,
that's
mate,
gold.
what's been happening with the suspension? How's that feeling? Knowing the boys are out there playing and
It's brutal, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, I was away last week anyway, so that sort of worked out okay. But I was watching. I was in a work conference. I was watching at the bar though.
Yep.
On the Saturday night, watching the boys go at it and
Through the stream.
Awesome game through the stream. Yeah.
Yep.
And it was hard. It was hard not to be out there playing, going
Yeah.
to war with them. But awesome to see the boys get the win and get the victory. And we've got one more game tomorrow to serve on the sidelines. So
so we're going to be sitting in the bar for that one.
I might have a couple. You got to enjoy it somehow. Absolutely.
I think we should all be up in the bar for that one.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
that'd be good, I think.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So yeah,
Cheer
hot,
it on.
hot tip. I'll be in the bar, at least sampling the beverages up there. Make sure that they're up to standards for all the fans. So
Well, yeah, that's a hard job. I think you need an offsider for that.
Yeah.
Tommy, you're playing, so
can't help it.
yep.
Hey, you like a bit of a Conor McGregor because we were actually at that game, and you were pretty quick. You were in there. There was no he wasn't going to get anything on you. That's for sure.
He was quicker than my focus because I couldn't pull the
Yeah.
focus in on the camera
I was
quick
just
enough.
like, whoa! We were behind the perspex. You were nice and fast, so you weren't messing around.
That's one way to make
So
sure
what
you don't
happened?
get hit, though.
Walk us through it. What happened?
Oh, look. So it was later in the game, and I copped a couple. It was a pretty rough game.
Yeah, it was. We
yeah.
were saying that. Yeah.
It was a good game. Like obviously we got the win and everything, which is great. But it was a bit of a rough game. So as it was sort of getting later in the game,
Yep. Everyone's getting tired.
everyone's getting a bit tired. It's a bit chippy, and I don't know. I guess I sort of got to a point where I was like, one more time. You know what I mean?
So
Like, someone
was
gives
it
me
with
something
this
one more
same
time.
player, like the
I had
altercation?
couple little run-ins with him. Nothing crazy,
Yep.
but at that point I was just sort of had enough. So he gave me a bit of an extra shot after one of the hits when I dumped the puck in and sort of saw red a little bit. So gave him a bit and expecting I dropped the mitts, expecting that he'd
Yes, the gloves dropped.
yeah
And he buckled like a little lawn chair, didn't he?
yeah.
A plastic
he's for
lawn
real.
chair from Bunnings.
Man, I dropped him thinking, okay, he's not going to be happy. He's going to want to go. So at least I've got him off, ready to get in there. But he didn't get up, so I was like, well, now what?
And because of that is what you served your suspension for, because you took the mitts off and
So
you were.
if he wanted to go, would have just been the one game, but he didn't want it, so stayed
Wow,
down.
But
that
old
must
Lumberjack
be-
behind was ready to go.
Yeah,
that big
and-
bastard. Like I just went, oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was ready to throw him off. He was ready to
Yeah,
take
well,
you.
he yelled out because I had my gloves off. So I was looking at the guy in the eye, so I'm like poking him, like, "You gonna do anything?" No, okay. I'm like, now what? So I look
That's
around.
2
and then-
games. Get up.
Yeah, I'm like, get up, please.
Yeah, come on.
And then the big guy comes over and he goes, "You want to go?" Like import a big boy, and I was like, "Oh,
What?
not
That
really."
was
But
Sydney.
Ice Dogs, yeah.
Yeah,
Dogs.
Ice Dogs. That's right.
Mate, he
yeah.
was like a lumberjack, eh? He was,
Yeah, that
he was
was
straight
that
from
big
Canada,
boy.
eh? Pulling
He's a
down
big boy.
trees.
He's a
Yeah.
big boy.
He would have
Big
been
boy.
fun.
So,
How do you
I
reckon
mean-
you would have went against him, Connor?
Oh, well, look, I already had the gloves off, so he asked me to go. If I say no, that's not
You're
a
no
great
better
look.
than old mate that's on the ground.
Nah,
And you're the
I may as well
captain. You
get down
can't. You're the
too.
captain. You're steering the ship.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I got myself in this mess. Now I gotta deal with it. So I said, all right, let's do it.
And-
And then we squared up, and old mate referee probably saved my life that day, but he didn't let it happen. So probably
Yeah,
a
I
good
was
thing.
scared for you, I got to say. When I seen him shaping
big
up
boy.
on, I was like, oh, yeah, he's probably the bigger one I've seen.
When we walked in, we seen him. Like obviously we were outside filming, and they come out through the locker room, and we were like, "Holy shit!" He looked big, yeah.
Yeah,
and
he
so
was
that was
big.
him. That was the one.
Yeah,
and
that was the one.
When it all happened, camera was pointed somewhere else, and I was trying to get in, and I couldn't get in quick enough. It all happened so quickly, and I think where were we?
I think we're in the VIP area, for that one, I
but I
think.
kept trying to pull through, but obviously we were behind everyone in the VIP area up the back and trying to pull through the perspex and the frames, and I just kept grabbing everything. I couldn't get it. I got the content, but you can't see it. It's not.
Yeah.
I was
But
feeling
hey-
because it would have been good for you guys to see. I mean,
The walk of shame, but really not in the Brave Cave. They lost their shit. They loved it, eh? They just thought you were like the king there as you were walking out of the
but
stadium.
didn't the crowd erupt though? The crowd just erupted.
Look at him being humble. He's like, oh, gotta be careful.
Gotta give their people something to see, Gotta give them what they want.
And again, we were discussing this before. In Australia, that's not really something that happens. Like since I've been going to the ice hockey, I've noticed so much come up on my feed now on Instagram, and the blues and the hits from overseas. Fuck me, is it brutal? I've seen a ref get into a blue with a player. I've seen like a player hit a ref. I've seen a ref absolutely pummel a player, and he was pulled off by 2 other refs. I was like, holy shit, this is next level.
But here, can't even take your gloves off,
It's
mate.
completely
Oh,
different.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, obviously
No,
it's
sensitive
more
here.
sort of diluted here when it comes to that. It's like even the NRL now, like obviously the biff and all that sort of thing. Everything's been sort of pulled back so much when it comes to violence and what
But
have you.
why?
But
Why? It's sport.
it's,
Why
it's
don't
a
they
full
allow it?
contact sport.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, as I was telling you, we were in the VIP area on my first game, and Jacko had his head put through the
Yeah, split the
literally
perspex.
right in front of me. I mean, it was right. It
went-
couldn't have been. It was perfect. It was right in the middle, and I was just like, I love this game.
There's a bit of
This is
snot and
great.
dribble on the glass. It was, yeah.
That's not the game when he came out and axed himself, was it?
Yes,
You
it
see
was,
that-
yeah,
it
because
that
he was
game?
coming past us
Yeah,
to show
yeah.
off, and then he went,
Yeah.
that was it.
Gave the fans a tap on the glass and then ate it into the boards.
Yeah, that was
Funniest
us
day
sitting
of my
there.
life.
And then boom, full scorpion with his stick and everything.
Is he on?
That
You
was
watching
gold.
Jacko?
He will. He'll be on.
You'll hear about this.
Yeah. But getting out of that, mate, like to give us a bit of a rundown of where it all sort of started for you. Like, you know, where you're born and bred Canberra, so you've been here your whole life. So what brought ice hockey about for you?
Yeah, so born in bed Canberra, but my old man he's from Finland, so
Yep.
hockey's a national sport over there. Big.
Was he a
pretty
player?
Big deal over there. Yeah, he when he moved to Australia when he was 18 with his family, he played. Not long after that, played for the Canberra Knights as an import actually. So,
Yep.
So he's got a bit of a history here in Canberra, playing for the team here too, and I mean. Given that he's from Finland, that's hockey's the number one sport over
Yeah.
there. I didn't really have much of a say in it when I was born.
It was
but-
already mapped out.
yeah, it was
you
already
come out with a
mapped out.
stick.
Yeah, exactly, 100%.
So it's definitely been in your life pretty much your entire life. It's something
Yeah.
that you didn't just fall upon when you were 17, 18, going, shit, I'm going
Yeah.
to go and do this.
yeah, no, not
you're
at
into
all.
it.
So got into it. I'd say probably roughly about 4 or 5 years old on rollerblades, and then
Yep.
learned
Yep,
to
sick.
skate after that, and then hockey around 6 years old. So
Yep.
since then, yeah, been playing. And,
So you've been into it.
dabbled in other sports a little bit, but it got to that age, like sort of 13, 14, where you really have to commit to one just because,
Yep.
weekend sport was all happening at the same time and
Yeah.
trainings during the week. So you really got to pick one and apply yourself to that. And it was a no-brainer for me. It was always hockey.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah.
So when did you start with the Brave?
We've been with the Brave whole way through.
Yep.
But I played with the Canberra Knights previously as
Yep.
well. So
How long's the
14
Brave
years or
been
so.
around now? Because I've heard about the Knights, but I've never really got into
I
when
think
it.
by this 10 years.
Yeah, so 10 years.
10 years, yeah.
That's been a
Yeah.
big stint. So how long have you been captain for?
I think this is my third. Yeah, I should probably know that. My third year, I think, officially.
Yep.
I've worn the A's assistant captaincy for a few years prior to that, and then
Yeah,
filled
that's what
in
we're gonna.
at some points. When we've had our captain out with injury or whatever it may be, I've filled in here and there. But
Yep.
so a little bit of experience sort of previously to that, but third year in the role.
Yep.
I guess.
And there's only one ice hockey team in Canberra, which I obviously found out the first game. I thought there might have been more, but there's only one, isn't there, in Canberra?
Yeah, well, I mean, and in the AIHL anyway,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
I guess the top senior level.
Yeah,
we've
because
got,
you guys are
local
professional,
leagues
obviously.
as close to it as we could get without
Non-paid professional.
as close as you can get without the paycheck.
Yeah, true. And that's another thing because you guys all have jobs.
Yeah.
So like we're talking about Jacko, and everyone's got jobs during the day. You've got a normal life, and then obviously you suit up for training, and then the games. Because when you go to a game, I can't explain it. Like when you go to a game here, you guys come out on the ice, and you would swear that was what you did full time. It was just a professional thing, like it just seems so weird that during the week you're an everyday Joe Blow, and then on the weekend you suit up and you guys are full professional. Like you go all over Australia, don't you?
Yeah. We travel all over. Like we go Perth, Adelaide, Brisbane, obviously.
Yep.
Melbourne, so there's a lot into it that goes into it. We train twice a week on the ice, twice a week off the ice.
Yep.
Play on the weekend, so it eats a lot of your free time, and obviously working. Most of us are working full time jobs outside of it, so it's a bit of a grind at times.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
But we love it and wouldn't change it for the
Well,
world.
just the atmosphere walking into the rink alone, and then when you guys walk out, I've got goosebumps. Like it's just everyone erupts, and you've got the common supporters up the top there where they ring the bell and screaming out, and it's just insane.
Gonna
Like
give them a
everyone
plug.
comes together.
Good plug for them on here. That certain family we spoke about before, that they're always up there at every game that you play
Yeah.
across Australia. The Kemps, they're at every game. They're just really good
They follow you
supporters.
guys around. Yeah, that's what even Leroy was telling us a bit about that.
Yeah.
How involved the fans get. It's
community,
nuts. It's
yeah.
absolutely nuts how they follow you guys around.
They don't
and
miss a game. But it's not, Tommy. It's not a cheap sport. Hey, like on the weekend, you $300, $400, $500 stick, depends which one you like.
Exactly,
It can be gone in a split second. A footy player's got a pair of boots on. That's it. But you guys, they're your pads. They're your sticks. They're your gloves. They're your skates.
That's right.
Like it's an expensive sport. Plus you've got season fees and everything as well. So it's not. It takes a bit as you guys as a person to get involved in this sport. It's not. Your talents obviously put you, in the lines when you play, but it does come out a fair bit out of your pocket, doesn't
the
it?
sticks are like we've got a stick over there. What do you reckon something like that's worth?
That's top of the line.
Is it?
That's what, $550?
Shit, that's going on eBay.
I don't use Bauer.
He doesn't use that.
Oh, really?
That's the brand. I'm a CCM all the way.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Like
there we go. There we go. So we've got a bit of rivalry here on the couch already. I like it.
Yeah.
You take the deals, you reckon? Whatever comes at a good price.
Yeah.
So you reckon that'll fetch some money on eBay?
Well,
What about
Is that Jacko's old stick?
It is, yeah.
Yes.
It's even signed by
Absolutely
him.
not then.
Has it got a curse to it?
Yeah, pick that thing up, you're going head first into the ball.
That's what
Is
we
he
want to
there
hear.
yet? He's not there yet. Nah.
So when it comes to ice hockey, and this is like I used to back it when I was younger, rollerblade, and I was pretty good on the blades. How different is it? Because I look at it and I'm like, yeah, I could do that. I'll probably end up on my ass. My legs going either way.
It just doesn't
Stretching as far.
It just sounds so. Look, I go back to. We've got to say it every episode. Got to go back to the cube, and now you're talking about rollerblading. It just makes me feel like I've got to put my hand over the top of my drink just because don't want to get any germs in there from your weird talk about.
I've already roofied it, mate. He always talks about the cube. He's got a really unhealthy obsession with the cube nightclub.
Great music, great music.
It is. It's a good club.
That's what he said.
So, like, how different is it though? Like, from you were just saying before about
Yeah.
rollerblading, like.
Look, I honestly think skating's easier. Ice skating, like
Okay.
I think rollerblading's a lot harder.
Not as
in the
manly.
sense- No, I imagine you would have been in full lycra and everything too, so it would look good. I think it would look good. I'd love to see it.
You don't want to see it.
But yeah, no, like it's harder. Like rollerblades, you try to stop. I mean, I don't know how to stop in rollerblades. You do a little bit of a T drag, otherwise I just bail on the grass
Yeah.
and then you slow down eventually. But at
Looking
least,
at you guys
in the
slide
ice,
in,
the
and when
friction.
you're stopping that, I reckon my foot will just go.
Oh yeah, that'd be my ankles done.
Yeah.
I'd be yeah. We on the ground and my own piss and vomit. I reckon.
Jesus, that escalated.
Yeah, that's why we have the boards though. You just hit the boards and
Yeah.
turn around and go the other way.
Well, Jacko's good at that. We know that.
Well, I've seen you come. You know that now that the Brave Caves put that perspex in, I could be honest that I never want to be on the receiving end of you in full flight going for the puck, because I've seen you come down that ice and mate, the look in your and you get down low and you get going on your skates. Eh?
With the helmet on too, like
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's the look.
I just look and I think, fuck, I'd hate to be in front of him when he's going for
Oh,
that.
the hits,
Yeah.
like even the hits that we've seen against that perspex and that, I'm like, that's gonna hurt for sure.
Well, that's what I hope so. Anyway.
So you've had a few, you've
Better
taken a
than
few
me.
hits yourself though.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually much easier. I mean, to take a hit on the perspex than it is in the netting or anywhere
Well,
else. Like,
that's the thing. You straight over the edge.
yeah.
Like,
So I mean, you can brace up against it, whereas with the netting, you eat
get
it.
all
It's
hooked
if you're
up
in the
and-
wrong spot. It hurt. Yeah, it hurts actually. It hurts a fair bit. So. I'd much rather it sounds loud and big and
Yeah.
against the perspex, but I'd much rather get hit against that stuff than the rest
It
of our
looks
rink.
good
It's a
though when you
patchwork
get
quilt,
hit.
our rink. It's a bit of this, bit of that, chicken
Yeah.
wire.
Well, we
It's
were
like
filming.
Roadhouse.
We were filming with this camera, and we were in the VIP area, and I think it was one of the Brave. Fucking ripped into it. It hit above. It went over the keeper, hit the wall, come flying into the VIP area, cleaned up the tripod on the camera.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no, that's fine. That's carbon fiber. You can hit that all day long. But I was like, I do not want it hitting the camera. I just dropped it down a little bit. But holy shit, they go. You're
I got
not
one in
safe.
the chest about 4 weeks ago in the VIP area, clipped off the top of me. It's only a warm up that usually the pucks are going wayward. Games I'd hope not to got one during the game because that one hit the top of my hat and hit me in the chest here, and I was like,
Felt it.
"Ooh," that was. You can only imagine if
You can't see them. That's the
No.
thing. They hit that back where the signage is, that capital sign. It's got more dent in it than a hail damaged car. Like they must hook though. Like they definitely hook over there, and you can't see them. You only hear them, and then you just like, oh fuck, where's that gonna go? And when it hit the tripod, I didn't even see it, and I just felt the camera shake, and I was like, holy shit! And that come off a wall.
yeah.
So
So Tommy, is it with your pads and stuff? How much of you is covered? Like,
I'd say everything but your ribs is open.
Oh.
So your ribs are open.
So your ribs are open.
Under your armpits, that's open.
yep.
Wrists, stuff like that. So everywhere where you want to be padded, you're not padded.
You're not.
Is that just purely because that's your pivot points? So if you
Yeah.
had that in there, you'd be a bit restricted.
You'd be stuck, yeah. I
Yep.
reckon, yeah. So
And you're not going to be able to move, like you said. Yeah, you're going to be pretty much like putting on it, and that's like motocross. You know, our chest plates, they go front and back, and then you've got that moving.
Yeah. What about Tats and the goalies? How much of them like they? You know, when he gets all his gear off, he's like this string bean. You're like, I thought you were real fat, but he gets the gear off. You're like, oh no. But yeah, it's like he's put on a cosplay costume. Like he looks a lot padded, so there's not much that can get to him with his padding.
Oh, I mean, there's not much, but we tend to find the spots in practice. If you ask them, they'll tell you straight. Like, yeah, we'll find all the spots where that padding's missing.
Yep.
And there's not many spots on them that they're well padded up. I mean, I think they're both crazy. Any goalie's crazy to be standing there copping shots. I mean,
100%.
half the time, like I don't know where my shot's going either. So, I mean, that's just me. So you
just
got guys
going.
shooting and it's coming that hard. And
you don't know where the shot's going?
no, do you?
Nah.
Okay.
Just fire them away.
Hope for the best. Close your eyes and
The
shoot
net's
as hard
big
as you
enough.
can.
Just
But
go
I
for it.
do. I'm with you. I take my hat off to Tets. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Just watching how you could hear it, you can feel it when it hits the pad, and I'm like, fuck.
The reaction
that
time
hits
of
in the
them.
wrong spot.
Like even at was it Melbourne, their import goalie the other week, the Asian guy, man, he was insane.
Yeah,
like,
wow. He's unbelievable.
He was like a samurai,
really
eh? It
good.
was just like ching, ching. It was just there was no way anything was getting past him, eh?
No, he's a freak. He's
But
so good.
the funny part, down where the sponsor area is, underneath the bar, there's a group there that heckles really well. And then apparently they got right onto that goalie's skin the other week. And then he was like throwing his stick and all that sort of stuff because so I was getting told by people close by that, they were, going ugly goalie and they were giving it to him and stuff.
Yeah, throwing him off.
Not rude, but they were
like, get under his skin,
Yeah, and they did. Yeah, and he was losing it apparently. Yeah, so
the best, isn't it?
Yep. That's what you like. Touching on the Brave community, we've said it about, the ones that go to every game, but we walked around the stadium filming and stuff, and like I said to you before the podcast started, there's some really cool and colourful characters there, like there's jerseys that date back quite some time. There's auction jerseys because each year you guys auction off, certain jerseys or whatever, and there's, you guys' names are everywhere. It's really good to see, you see, I sort of gauge it on, let's say, football. Yes, they buy a jersey, but these people are searching for your jersey. They'll get on there, they'll get on, buy whatever it is, the auction site, and they'll pay good money to get your jersey. And I think that's testament to the Canberra community and stuff. And that's, what I wanted to touch on here tonight was how good is it with these people? Do you understand the impact you have on these people out there? I mean, you go to work every day like we do, but do you understand that you guys are something to them, like big time? Does that resonate to you?
And even like the young fellas out there waiting for signatures and stuff like that, like that's got to be a bit of a rush for you guys, seeing that and just seeing the support that you've got.
You see same kids each week will stand in line when you guys come off the ice, go on the ice. They want to get a high five from you and stuff, and it's rad. That must make you feel really good, that those supporters are there for that. It's not just the game. It's to see you guys as players, and it's a good community. I like it. I sort of fell into it because one of my family members now is part of it, and I went to a game and it was like when I took Dion for the first time the other week. That's it, hooked. I haven't been to a sport that keeps you that captivated because it's so fast. Yeah,
the whole game I was just like, and I just had a short sleeve shirt on, the jacket, and I walked in, I was like, fuck, this was a bad idea. And then I sat there watching the game, and like, because we weren't filming or anything, it was just watching the game, and 100% the whole time, just it was nuts.
Yeah, on the puck, off the puck, it didn't matter. Like,
you couldn't keep up with it though, and it was so action, and just I was waiting for the big hits. And when Jacko, I was like, oh, thank you. Someone went through the perspex right in front of us, cracked it, apparently one of the worst that's been cracked. And I was like, that's excellent. That happened on my first night. Now I'm expecting that every game.
But Jack hit it on the head. We sat and watched the game that he didn't go to. We sat and watched it on the telecast. And he's horrible to watch a game with and you'd probably be the same, because we're watching it for the sport of it, but you guys are watching because you're not on the ice and you can see the bits where you would be if you were there, sort of thing. Do you feel the same thing when you're, obviously suspension, let's bring up the word again. Yeah. Are you screaming?
You're not going to wear this down tonight.
No. Were you screaming at the telly silently when you were watching it the other day?
I mean, because it was a work event, so I was sitting at a table just at a bar, and colleagues are having a beer and whatnot. I'm sitting there on my phone, like cheering the boys on. And I had like anxiety, like I'm watching this game nervous as anything, and I'm not even playing. So I'd much rather be playing, and I get to live that in person tomorrow. So not really looking forward to that, to be honest.
Now, what we're touching on that, you watch the game on your phone. What did you pull out of that game? Is there anything you take back to the boys and say, hey,
as
you should have done this as a captain, for you to watch the game, because you're always on the ice. But for you watching the game, what were you feeling? And was there anything the boys did that you wouldn't have done, or what would you take back?
Man, the boys won 5-3 without me, so I think that says it all.
So you're a bit butthurt.
They don't need me.
You're like, oh shit, I don't even need to be there.
He's like, I'm going to get these gloves off more often. Please do.
But no, it was awesome.
It was a good game.
See. Yeah, it was such a good game, and everyone's fine. Like Tommy and Ratty, like their first game against the previous teams as well. So I knew all the boys were going to get up for that one, especially for the new boys. So no, it was such a good game to watch. I wish I was there in person to be part of it, but.
Tomorrow in the bar, mate, you will. Last game of suspension.
Did they give it to you, Tommy? Yeah, playing your old team. Did they make you work for it, not being with them, or was it that good being not there anymore and just going?
Oh, a bit of both. They didn't make it easy, that's for
Yep.
sure. No, but it was.
You would have been a bit of a target, I reckon, like being on the other side. Like and we'll go back to the game that I first went to, Joey Hughesy.
Oh, yes. Hey?
I was giving it to him. I don't even know the guy. And everyone's like, Joey, go home. Your kids miss you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everyone's
the ribbon
ripping
he
into
was
him.
copping, everyone's, get out, Hughesy.
It was good. And even I was doing the same thing. But for you, seeing that, is that what it's like for you, even though it was a home game for you?
Yeah. Much prefer it was a home game too. Like to get the first game against the previous team again, in our home barn. But
And that was Sydney Bears, is it?
Sydney Bears, yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep. So how did it go?
no, good. Like before the game started, tried not to think about it.
Yep.
Any other, just a normal game. But yeah, no, we
Were
got.
they psyching you out or anything? Was there anything said that you wanted to rip the gloves
Honestly,
off and
no.
follow your captain's lead?
Honestly, no. There was a bit towards the end, and but that's all right. We got a goal off it. Casey ripped one. But yeah. No,
And
it was
you
good
got
for-
one in too?
Yeah, got one too.
How good's
second
that?
one,
Just
and-
rub a bit of salt
And to
on
win against your old team as
Yeah.
well, that'd be great. I'd be walking off the ice going, yeah, boy, there it is.
that. 8 foot tall and bulletproof.
100%, like old mate. The big lumber guy.
We got an accent here. Are you always been in Australia or?
So born in New Zealand, raised in Oz until I was like 7, and then went to the States.
Oh, yep.
And been back and forth ever since.
Is that through hockey? Did you end
For
up in the
hockey,
States?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and did all my high schooling and hockey during
Yeah, right.
that period of time. So
So coming from New Zealand, is New Zealand got a culture of ice hockey and stuff? I toured.
very small.
Yeah?
Very small, yeah.
Yep.
Actually, Jacob Carey and Jake Ratcliffe
Yep.
would know that better. But they have a small league over there, yeah.
Yeah, so just a bit like Canberra and trying to develop some sports people. Canberra's pools, especially in water sports and stuff like that, it's
So
small to
small.
try and get, athletes out because we're cold, which we are now, it's minus 1,500
But it's
outside.
not a big town either. That's
No.
the thing. The population here is very minimal compared to, like, say, I come from Queensland. So the population here, when I came here, I was like, where is everything?
Oh, actually, just while we touch on that, what jersey were you wearing on Wednesday night? You just said you come from Queensland.
So, Tommy, when did you
What colour jersey was it?
It was the jersey I don't think I want to put on after that
Oh,
performance.
yeah, hey, yeah.
That was absolutely appalling.
But we can touch on this, but because you're not a true Queenslander, you're a fob, aren't you?
I was born in New Zealand. Yeah,
Yeah.
born in New Zealand. Obviously, been in Australia my whole life. So, but I think as a kid, everyone in Queensland, we go for the Maroons. It's just a thing. But for me, I wanted to be the opposite. I was like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to go the other way. And I've supported the Blues my whole life, and been let down quite a fair few times. But
We should
but at
touch
the end
on
of the
that.
day,
What about that? You guys are a hard hitting sport. Did you just watch the game?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So, what would you say about the hit? Like it's a controversial thing on the news and everything at the moment about the hit. What would you say? I'll personally say myself, it looked clean as. And I'm not a Reece Walsh fan, but Reece Walsh, if he was 2 foot taller, if he wasn't a 4 foot nothing, he wouldn't have got a hit in the head, would he? And then he squatted at the same time. How does a player in mid-flight change his trajectory
His
not to hit a
propulsion.
player that's slipping? Like I don't get that he got sent off for the whole game. I don't get that.
No.
I just think it was a typical New South Wales dog shot.
Oh,
and there we go, guys. That's a wrap.
say you wear a Queensland from Finland and wearing Queensland jersey.
Yeah,
I feel
what's
like
the go
that-
there?
I have the right to choose, and
Yeah, you do.
I also born and bred in Canberra, so
Yep.
grew up
Gotta
playing
mix it up
against
a
New
bit.
South Wales and in representative sport. And I mean, ACT, our club team was always our state team as well, and that's not a very good thing. So every time we went to state championships, we'd usually get our ass handed to us, especially by New South Wales and Queensland.
Oh, so this is a
But
bit of a hook that's hung on.
New South Wales were always just the worst to play against because they're great players, great team, always smashed us, but arrogant, you know what I mean? Like just no class. I just couldn't stand them. And that lasted
Dirty.
my whole childhood, playing representative, junior hockey. So I developed pretty strong hatred towards New South Wales through that.
So
What
that's
about
where
you,
it came
Tommy?
from.
Carried through to Origin.
Yeah.
I used to live in Brisbane, so I'm a Queensland supporter.
Oh, so you don't like the hit either.
I will say this: Walshy was slipping already,
Yep.
so I don't think it's as bad as they made it.
Yep.
He was already slipping, and if he was standing upright, it would have been a clean hit.
The way he hit too, like you said, he was slipping a little bit. It wasn't a lot, but it was enough, and he was already on that sort of decline. So the way he's been hit, and I think the way his neck just snapped, it made it look worse too.
I've got to say, they must have given him some media training now, because all the interviews he's had, he's a way better person on the microphone than what he was. You know, he never dogged anyone for that hit. He said footy's footy. He didn't want to comment whether it was good or bad.
It's under review, so he can't.
But he was
say
just
anything.
fluent about it. He just where before he would have been, the brothers, would have really milked it more. But it seems like he's growing as a player, I think, which is good.
He is a good player though. Like Walsh, he's a bloody good player. He's a little olive. He's slippery as on the field. He's going to go a long way. You know, I feel like he's the next JayTee. I don't know. He's just he's a good
I'm pretty
player.
good, eh? Oh, not me. Oh, you're talking about Thurston. Oh, sorry, my bad.
But look, he's a good player. I think he will go a long way. But the hit, I don't know. It's a bit controversial. I think it's really
Very
torn
much.
a lot of people apart.
It's right down the middle. Anyone you talk to, it's there's, even though you're a Queensland supporter, there's still that fine line. You know, if you just got a hatred, so you're like, nah, you're going. I'm pulling my gloves off. You're gone.
He slipped too close to Queanbeyan, so he knows he doesn't like New South Wales.
Hey, come on, Queensland's good. That's where I
I
grew
didn't
up.
say it was bad.
That's where I come from. 2620. I'm a Queanbeyan boy. So.
Represents.
That was a dig, but anyway.
I want to go back to it. Now, tell me, a Finnish dad who was an import hockey player, he must have been hard. Like, was he a hard man, your old boy, growing up?
Still is, to be
Is he?
fair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with him still.
No?
No. He's a solid unit, my old man, and always has been. And I guess taught me to play hockey the right way. And
Yep. So he doesn't fluff it when he, after a game or anything like that. He'll tell you how it is.
Oh, yeah.
Where you went wrong.
Yeah.
Probably very rarely tell you where you went right.
I could have the greatest game of my life, and he'll find something wrong with it. You know what I mean? But I love that too. Like, you need that honesty and
Constructive too.
make sure you never get too complacent.
Yeah,
or
you're
anything
never
like
too
that,
good.
You know what
That's
I
the
mean?
thing.
Like, you can always be better. You can always have. You can always improve. So. Yeah,
And be
I
humble
always
about
respect
who
that.
you are. Yeah. At the same time. What about your family, mate? Like, are they supportive of the game for you? Obviously, you've been doing it a long time. So
Oh, they love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in Wollongong right now, so they'll drive the 2 hours.
Oh,
come
yeah?
watch every game.
That's sick.
They haven't missed a game, so they love it.
So where did it all start for you, Tommy? Like, how long have you been in the game, and where did you develop that passion for what you're doing now?
About 15 years ago,
Yeah,
just went rollerblading in Brizzy. Actually, used to do disco Friday nights, by the way. Young Tommy used to do the rollerblading.
You and him together in Lycra, eh?
Hey, where were
That's a
you?
side I'm not keen to see.
But yeah, just went rollerblading, and they
We'll
had a
catch up.
sign. They just had a sign like try roller hockey, and then did that for a couple of years, and then did the switch to ice.
Yep. Went over, and you love it. You enjoy it.
Love it.
Obviously,
Love
you're
it.
here now, so.
So you're always with the Bears?
I was always. I started my AIHL career with Mustangs. Played about 9 games, and then made the switch to Bears.
Yep.
Where are they from? Are they
Melbourne Mustangs.
Melbourne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we played them this weekend.
So you've moved around a little bit, or did you fly home?
So the base was always Wollongong.
Yeah.
And then I'd fly for the hockey season wherever I would be playing.
So now you're basing yourself in Canberra now, are you?
Yeah.
Yep. Getting a job and all that sort of stuff up
Yeah,
here?
yeah. Mum's already got a business for me, so
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna do the family business, and I mean, whenever I can, I go up to Wollongong and see them. And
Do you want to
It's
give
not
them a
too far.
shameless plug on the family business or not?
SLS Consulting.
There you go.
There we go. There it is.
Thank you very much.
And Wollongong's not that far to go anyway, so you can just duck straight up. And what's it, about an hour and a half, 2 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
That's nothing, yeah.
yeah.
It's like driving to the bay. So, where to from here? Like, what's happening with the Brave? Is there anything big that's going to be happening soon? Anything in the
Make it to the finals? Is
Make
that-
it to the finals. That's the plan.
Let's ask the tough question. Obviously, doing the sportsman thing, it was a fucking shit show at the start of the year for you. Whole brand new bunch, but Jesus, it's come together now. Like we were saying earlier, like everybody's joined together now. You've got everybody you need. And you were saying Sunday, that's it. You get basically full complement Sunday, and it's game on.
Yeah, so it was the difficult start to the year for sure. I mean, but no different to really any other season previously. I mean, there was an earlier start to the AIHL, so that contributed to it for sure. But we had, guys on national team duty. We were waiting for imports to finish their playoffs overseas. And we had just guys out in general for just, everyday life reasoning. And it was a disjointed start to the year. We definitely felt it more this year than in previous years gone by. But, it's always sort of been the same thing. The only difference is it lasted a little bit longer, that stint to the start of the season. But we had a lot of close games that we just couldn't get that result, unfortunately. But we're right there the whole time, I felt. And it gave a lot of our younger, more inexperienced guys a chance to get out there and work on their game and improve and show everybody what they're capable of and what they have. And everyone stepped up. So, proud of everyone, regardless of the results, may not have been there, but, proud of all the boys, like the way we fought and played, at the start of the year, especially, when we're going through that rough patch. And I think it's a testament to why we're doing so well now, is we've gone through that adversity, and now we've got everyone's back now, and we've been able to get the results now. We're everyone's feeling good, everyone's playing well, and
the scores getting up there now, aren't they?
Starting to really click now. And so on Sunday, I'll be back from my suspension, and we've got one of our imports back as well, so it'll be as close as a full roster as we've had all season. So yeah, excited for that. But I think it's only uphill for us from here. So we're in a good spot now.
So how's the ladder sit at the moment? You're mid-pack now. I haven't had a look at it, but are you sitting mid-pack, which is, is there anything that's going to favour or not favour looking at finals at this point where you sit in the season? Because you're basically the halfway mark of the season now?
Yeah. So I think our second half of the season, the schedule, it was a really tough start to the year schedule-wise as well, so that didn't do us any favours whatsoever. But
you're taking on Melbourne straight up, and they're
missing players and everything, so it was tough. But so the second half of the season now, I think the draw is much more favourable for us, and having a full roster is going to be a massive benefit. So we're sitting in third in our conference now, and top three is playoff spot. So we're already in a playoff spot, which is great.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, we have our eyes on first. So
100%.
That's the plan. So we'll just keep going hard and hopefully keep winning games. And we'll be at finals. I'm not worried about that whatsoever.
Yeah.
And we're hoping to snag that first spot so we get the week off too, and we'll be fresh leading into that finals weekend. But we'll see how we go. Just got to keep it rolling now.
Then we can eat poutine out of the cup again, eh?
Yeah, that's it.
You just keep your gloves on, mate, and everything's all good.
Yeah, I know, they're glued on now, trust me.
This is it now. You've had your fun. You've had your fun now. The rest of the season's about steering the ship in the direction you want to go. So, yeah.
So with the imports, like how many have you got over here now? Where are they from? Like how does that work?
So I mean,
is it like an exchange thing?
Not necessarily. So each team can have 4 imports on the ice at once. I think we can have up to 6 signed, but you can only have 4 on the ice.
Yep.
Each game, and we've just had some pretty bad luck this year with imports. I mean, we had an import that was meant to come, and he got injured right before he was meant to leave, and it's just another one of those factors involved that sort of we've had to endure this year. But now we're getting our third import back this weekend, Justin Malin, who had to leave.
Where's he from?
His sister was getting married. I'm so bad. He's Canadian though.
It's Canadian, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we need to phone Leroy?
Yeah.
We have him as our Yoda.
Phone a
It's
friend.
the worst. If you call a Canadian American or vice versa, they're not
Yeah,
happy,
we know.
So.
Yeah, we went through that with Leroy on the
yeah?
episode. Yeah,
There
he
you
doesn't
go,
worry
see.
too much, but
It's
some people
a
get
thing, isn't it? It's like that North and South rivalry.
Yes.
So I just play it safe and go, he's North American, so we cover all bases there.
He's from overseas.
The imports, how long are they here for? Is there like a scheduled time that they can be here and can't be here, or?
So I mean, there's factors involved there. It depends, what contract they've signed overseas.
Okay.
A lot of the time we get them later because they're in playoffs still.
Yep.
Depending how deep they go with their teams over there, they're in playoffs still when we start our season here. So I mean, they can't abandon their professional teams over there during finals, obviously. So we have to sort of wait a little bit longer for them to get here.
Yep.
And then usually they're good to stay for the full season here, including playoffs. But occasionally we've had in the past, if we get imports that are If that level that they signed a deal overseas somewhere and they need to leave earlier, well, they need to prioritize that. So we've had that in the past, which isn't ideal because you lose them right before finals.
Yeah.
But for the most part, they're able to stay here, and that's usually pre-planned.
Can you get another one in? Is there a limit to? Obviously, you say how many is allowed on the ice per game. Is there, let's say, like at the start of the season where you've had that point where your imports can't come? Is there a way of getting other imports to sit in that spot for 6 weeks until your main imports come, or can you only bring in a certain amount and signed?
Yeah, so you can. So a couple of the other teams have done that this season. They had temporary imports that filled in for the first 6 games or whatever it worked out to be, and then they got their actual imports later at a later date. And then for us, for example, I mean, we obviously had bad luck and lost one of ours to an injury. So we still have an open spot now that we're trying to fill. But there's I don't know what the actual cutoff date is, but there is one for the league to sign imports.
Yep.
And then I think there's a minimum games that they have to play as well. But
Before
we're still
if you get
inside
into
that
finals or
timeframe.
something.
Yeah.
So
we're
you've
still
got an
inside
open
that.
spot now.
We do, yeah.
Excellent.
Just
So
because you
we
got the
set
jersey on,
challenges
mate.
here.
Just because
We
you got the jersey on is
We set challenges
I've
on
already
Dad
got a
Bod. It
challenge.
doesn't matter. You were too slow to get on this one. So I've got a guy who might be really. I don't know what his stamina is going to be like. But let's. I reckon. Is there a possibility that we could suit Jace up? And as a goalie, and I want to see. I want you guys the whole team to take a shot at Jace. Is this a possibility? Can we do this on a training night or something?
It's the only way to figure out if he's got what it takes. So I think we can organise that, no problem.
Excellent.
Jesus.
This sounds good.
How is this going to be Jace's, I don't know, shit show or something?
You
We're
got
going
to
to end
be
up
quicker,
going through.
bro. You got to be quicker.
Oh,
I
shit.
seen an opportunity and I ran with it. So I'll we'll bring some camera gear out and we'll get some content. So if we can organise something like that, get him
I don't know
suited
if I
up.
like the sound of this when these two have said we look for spots.
That's
where we
exactly
can
why I
get
jumped
him
on
with
it.
the puck. I don't know about that.
So when we suit him up, I want to be there because I want to leave some of the padding out. So let's set this as a challenge for you,
I don't
Jace.
even think I could skate like from the opening.
And this is
to
what I
the
want
goal.
to see. I want to see this.
You don't
if
have
we
to,
can-
though. We'll just push you into the net. You just got to stand there.
Oh shit!
I love this show. I love it. All right, so that's a challenge. You don't need to accept it because it's a challenge. So, so we'll organise one training night or something. Bring JC out. We'll suit him up and try.
What
and
did I see the numbers go up on the screen then when you started
How
saying
good.
shit like that?
How good? No,
Lib, are you still on there? Did you hear what he set me up with?
I think Lib sent through the divorce paperwork.
Nah, should be probably slip you some money.
Oh, hang on, no.
yeah.
That's insurance paperwork. Life insurance. No, that'd be
shit.
good. So you were too slow for that one. My man.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever suited up as a goalie and copped them? Either of you?
No, I haven't. Honestly,
Really?
I really wanted to for a long time, but not anymore.
You like to see what they go through.
He's like, I know when I shoot, it's
thanks,
gonna hurt.
mate. You're giving me heaps of confidence here now that
But like when this happens, I don't want you guys to hold back. I want him to
no.
feel.
We'll get Marasco to take a couple slap
Yeah, he's
shots
got
right
every
at you.
shot. Every
Okay,
shot.
so is
Marasco's a
Marasco
big boy, yeah.
excellent? Like we'll get him to start. We'll get him to open it.
I
and-
think the worst one I'm going to cop is from Jackson.
Yep.
Well, he gets a free shot at you, doesn't he?
100%
Being
that
your
little
father-in-law.
shit's going to wind up from the other end of the ice. Just to put one on his
When can we
father-in-law.
do this? When can we do it?
Absolutely.
When do you reckon it's a possibility?
This would have to be at a training
Tuesday.
session. You'd have to talk to them.
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, let's do it.
Holy
Alright,
shit,
locked in.
we're into it.
Okay, guys, so you've seen that here first on Dad Bod Pod.
Yeah.
We're going to suit Jace up and put him in as a goalie while the guys take a shot.
I don't know how
Cracks,
this
the
come
whole team.
about. Like, yeah, jeez.
No worries, bro.
Kick a bloke when he's down.
No
you know?
warm-up shots. No warm-up shots.
No.
Just
Yep.
straight in.
Straight in. Yeah, exactly. So, no, this is going to be excellent. And we'll bring you the footage along with the other challenge that we set Jace last week that he still
I'm
hasn't
probably going to
completed
need
yet.
an ice bath after this.
You will. And that's all right. I
Straight
can,
from the hockey to the ice
I
bath.
can have Dan ready to go with the ice bath as soon as you jump
Does
off
it
the
help,
ice.
boys? Does it help after a big game?
It does.
Copping
yeah, okay.
pucks.
Yeah, I mean, I used to be completely against them. Hate cold water in general. But I've sort of hit that age now where I sort of need it to get up the next morning and play again. So
He's going to need about 12.
Yeah, because they didn't design us to have grease nipples in us, so there's got to be some way of cooling the joints down, isn't there?
Oh, well, you got to be on the ice, mate, so you should be right. So we were talking about ice bars, and this is the challenge we set for Jace last
We
episode
didn't
with
talk
Dan.
about putting me on the ice, getting pucks at me. Yeah.
We can hose you while you're on the ice, mate.
Then I really won't move.
So yeah, we set him a challenge last episode to do an ice bath because he hates them. He's like, no, I'm not fucking doing that. And I was like, excellent, done. We're doing it. And Dan's going to tee it up. So this is challenge number 2.
So yeah, if you ever want a fresh cut, Dan, the locker room in Narrabundah.
Locker Room Barbershop, Narrabundah. He and that was the last episode that guys went on at 6:30 tonight, YouTube and Spotify. So make sure you jump over, like and subscribe to the channel, and give it a watch. It is a really good one. It is one of our longest, and I think my favourite episode by far. So it's an hour and 22 minutes long. It's a little bit longer than our normal, but just very meaningful episode.
Well, probably with that episode that we had, it was a lot about Dan's very, very spiritual on mental health. He's been, he ran along the bottom, so to speak, in the sand, and needed to find himself again. He wasn't at that point where he wanted to go the dark road, but he was, not himself anymore, and he found a way to deal with it. So I guess I'll start with you. In the sport or in life in general, you've probably had a good kick in the ass, but what, when you're at your lowest point, for our viewers out there, what's an inspiring thing that happened inside you that sort of made you pick yourself up and just go, you know what, I'm going to make this better than the situation I have?
I think, for an example, there's been teams that I've played for that haven't been doing so well.
Yep.
You have a family that you're trying to make proud of, whether that is your actual family or even if it's your team culture.
Yep.
I think there's a good way to find strength in like a team when you're going down and you're not feeling so well. So I think you just try to find something, whether it's, a family or
Something to lean on. Yeah.
Something to lean on just to give you that extra push, like motivation.
Yep.
Because they're counting on you at the end of the day. Yeah.
You, Kai, I guess same question, like we all go through bits and pieces, and having, obviously, I'm an Aussie, grew up with Aussie family. All you guys, have come from cultural backgrounds.
We're imports.
Imports. When you were running along the bottom, what gave you the, to dust yourself off and get back up? What sort of just made you get out of bed, I suppose, helped you get out of bed each day?
Well, so much of it's like, if we're looking at it from like a team perspective, especially with hockey, like for myself personally, like gone through a few tough times, whether it's relationship breakdowns or whatever it may be, and, feeling pretty down and unmotivated or whatever it is at the time. And, just the, it's what I love our team so much. We've got a core of our team has been together for a long time. We've developed such a strong, positive team culture, and it's so much more than just hockey for us. We're all like best mates. We spend a lot of time with each other, and
so you're like family on and off.
Yeah,
really.
absolutely. So we all lean on each other, and we're always there for each other, no matter what what guys are going through. I think it's always a safe space, our locker room, and guys can be pretty open, and they know that they're never going to be judged. They're always going to be supported from each other, and I think that shows on the ice for us too. At times, everyone's got each other's backs, whether it's on or off the ice. Really tight group, and whether you're feeling up for it or not, you've got guys who are going to lift you up. So
it's a good support network, isn't it? Like essentially you've got so many guys, all different personalities and diversities, and having that support through those tough times. You've got that's something that you can look forward to essentially in a shit time, knowing that your boys have got your back.
Yeah,
Dan that's one of Dan's main things was, one of them was breathing was a big thing for controlling a situation, breath work. And I've heard about that a lot with other sports guys that, getting your breath at the right position gives you that oxygen, makes the head think a lot better and that sort of stuff. So that was one way that he said can help people, in a tough situation when you feel like you're at the corner of the room and you can't get out. And the main one was talk to your mates. Like pretty simple is, just open up, find a mate that probably, that'll suit the conversation you want to have. But don't ever, suffer in silence, the cliche word is, it's not weak to speak, and you guys being sportsmen, you're going to see a lot. You're going to see, there's guys with families now, with babies. There's, you know, relationship breakdowns. There's all sorts of stuff, you know. Yeah. So you guys, you know, it's a good thing to see that, you know, a team is not only, you know, what the fans like, but inside yourselves, you respect each other, which is it's a good thing.
It is, and yeah, having, as I said, having so many mates that you can sort of rely on, essentially, going through tough times. Is there like times where you guys sort of just get together off the ice and just go and do some pretty cool shit or fun shit, or is there anything that you do outside?
No, that's a given, though.
Thanks, Caribou.
Yeah, shout out.
Cheers, Leroy.
Yeah, it's like do you just go and hang out at Leroy's essentially, or is there things that you do like off air where, you know, cameras aren't around, all that sort of thing? Like, do you?
Yeah, I mean, hockey season's full on.
Yep.
I mean, it takes up a lot of our free time. The weeknights for training, everyone guys are working jobs, and then weekends playing as well. So, but we always make time. You know, there's a lot of guys that will catch up for coffees, you know, during the day, whatever it may be. If we have the time, lunch, could do lunch together, like whatever it may be. And then in the off season, at least the guys are in town. We hang out all the time as well.
Yeah,
so it's not like it just stops until the season comes back around. I mean, we see each other and hang out all the time, whether, you know, some of us play social sports as well. Like a few of the boys, we run an Oz-Tag team together in the summer.
Yeah, nice.
That's a
Paintball?
sight to behold. I mean, us running around trying to grab tags. Paintball, I personally hate that sport.
Do you?
I'm no good at it. I get peppered. Those
Amen,
balls don't
mate.
even burst when they hit me. They just drop to the ground.
Well, this is a challenge for you.
No, I'm good.
He's setting up a paintball thing.
I am. I'm going to do a
Yeah.
paintball day. Yeah, we're going to. So you can
He can-
come. So for everyone watching at home, we are. I think I put it up.
You
If
did,
not, we
yep,
will
on
put
the
it up
Peaky
soon.
page.
So we're going to do a paintball day. So it will, you know, consist of everyone coming together, everyone who watches it, and everyone's welcome. So we're going to go out to paintball.
Not
field.
me. I'm just saying no challenges for paintball. I'm like you.
Yeah.
I
You're
hate
in.
it.
No.
It annoys the shit out of me, and I want to punch people.
But you will be
it's-
there.
I've been shot in the ass a few times, and mate, there's nothing's
It's just
fun
going to
about
be a fun
being
day.
shot
I
in the
think
cheek.
everyone can come together and just shoot each other and do whatever
think
you want to do. But
I'll just cook the
afterwards we have a barbecue. So
I
not
might help
everyone.
you.
Yeah,
not-
we'll spin the snags.
I think otherwise the gloves will come off again.
I'll be the same. I'll be butting people with the can on the back of the gun.
and that's the thing. It's not everyone's thing. So we do have a barbecue afterwards. So if anyone's watching and they do want to come along, so we will put up details. So it will be in the near future. We've got Dan from the locker room and the whole team coming.
Yep.
So that I dare say it'll be a Sunday. So we'll put all the details up. The event will be open to everyone.
It's not gender specific. It's just people in general just hang out. You know.
Well, there's some girls that are keen to come in and shoot the shit out of people. So
Yeah.
it'd be good. It'd be good to have a good day. So as I said, guys, it will be a Sunday. So stay
So is this
tuned for
like-
those dates.
Dion's Tinder session for those single people out there. Is this your
Tinder
paintball? Is this your come meet new friends? But then the other people, oh look,
What's going on, Kai?
Get out of here.
This is a sausage fest.
he's like, hang on a minute. It's like he's the quiet assassin here. He's like always looking over you.
I reckon Tom's got a bit of dirt here.
Yeah.
I've got a shovel.
Tommy doesn't throw people under the bus. He's the bus driver.
Yeah,
He'll run you
yeah.
straight over without warning.
We won't get into it on the episode. We'll keep it because it is live. So oh shit! I've lost my train of thought.
For both of you, start with you. What is because it's a Brave episode, so to speak. For Brave fans, tell us something that they wouldn't know about you. You know, do you wear pink undies to bed, or
I
like
wouldn't say that much.
No.
No, we don't go that far. But
Jose Green?
He's got a Borat mankini.
See that look in his eye. He's going to beat you down like Kai did.
Yeah, gloves
simple
are on.
one. I used to be a drummer.
Oh
I
yeah.
used to play in a band. It was just a school band, but yeah, used to play the drums.
Nice.
Fun fact.
Metal or
Christian rock.
oh yes.
Yeah.
It's
Big on the
it's a
Christian
bit
rock.
heavy. It's a bit
Heavy
heavy
enough. Yeah, depends which church you go to, I suppose.
Yeah.
Is
So-
that what it'll be?
Hallelujah.
I don't believe that for a second.
Why not?
Gloves are off again.
No comment.
You even reached into the mic. I'm going to give you my big voice. And why?
All right, Kai, what about you? What's a bit of a fun fact or something people don't
Yeah,
know?
right when Jackson joined too. Tell us about it.
He's missed the show.
Oh, I don't know.
Afternoon
There's
shift.
nothing real fun about me, no. I can't think of anything.
It's got to be something. Was
Something
there
special?
What else
there-
do you like?
date back to childhood or something? Were you like a BMX bandit, or like was there something that no one would really know unless we open it up tonight? Was there? Did you play the flute professionally or something? Or
No, I like to. I don't
At
know.
band camp?
I might have been a pretty good interpretive dancer, I reckon.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh
He was talking about that before. He likes to dance.
yeah. Fun fact.
Definitely love the boogie, don't you?
so guilty.
I want to. When these cameras are off, we're going to talk about this.
Oh yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah, I reckon.
So hobbies outside of ice hockey, you alluded to it. Summertime, you have an off season. Hobbies, cars, anything like that. You a car person or?
Right now, actually, just learn how to play the guitar.
Yep.
Other than that, just swimming, enjoying the sun.
Yep. Just enjoying life
Yep.
in general.
So you love the music side of things, which is good.
Yeah,
Got a bit of rhythm.
can't complain.
Is there a certain genre of music?
Country,
Oh yes. Yep.
love my country. Yeah.
So so hobbies for you, like outside of the game, is there interests? Is there cars? Is there anything like that?
I mean, yeah, I'm sort of into cars, but I think my big thing, outside of hockey, is I love the footy. It's not ideal because we play at the same time as the NRL season. I'm a tragic Raiders fan, so
Oh yep.
any chance I can get to a game, I will, and I'll go enjoy the Canberra cold at GIO Stadium, even if we have the opportunity to do so during the season. But so I love playing Oztag in the summer, and we play floorball as well. And I don't know if we have time to explain what that is, but
Yeah.
No, you plenty's on.
fill
Let's
us
go.
in.
bit of a
let's go.
hybrid between field hockey and ice hockey. It's all indoor. It's an odd sport for those who've never seen it before, but it's real popular in Europe, especially like Finland, Sweden, Czech.
So what did
It's
they
real
call it?
big
What did you
over
call it again?
there. Floorball.
Floorball.
Yeah, so we have
What
a
is it?
bunch of
What do you-
guys that play. So,
Sticks.
yeah, so you play with a plastic stick and a ball, so it's a little bit more recreational.
Yep.
Than sort of ice hockey, I suppose, in that way. And but it's good fun. It's a good way to stay fit.
Can you hit people?
No, I wish we could though.
That's why
Honestly.
he's taking his anger
It's a
out
bit
on
like-
the ice.
Yeah, I've got to have that release. You gotta-
Oztag ice hockey, is it? It's kind of take a tag off him, you can't really hit him. Is
Yeah,
it?
and I can't tag to save myself, so it's, a lot of work to do there. I might have to stick some socks on the clothesline and swing it around, work on my tagging or something. But
All right, guys, I think we'll wrap there. That is episode 7 on the couch with DK, JayTee, Tom, and Kai from the Brave. Guys, thanks for coming on.
Pleasure.
It's been a bloody good experience learning about the hockey and everything we didn't know about. Thanks for tuning in. We really appreciate the support, and a massive thanks to you guys for coming on the couch.
no problem at all. It's
yeah.
been a
Thanks for
pleasure.
having us.
Awesome,
Thank you,
guys. We will see you
Now get the jersey off because you
Tuesday
can't
night.
keep it.
No, and that's what, another thing, whenever people come on the show, they generally bring a gift.
Yeah, there it is. Look at
Was
that.
that, did
think
you
I was gonna
did
come
you give it to
empty-handed.
him? Oh,
Did
look
you know
out.
that, Kai?
Hey?
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Well, you didn't bring anything.
He
Someone
does
had to.
now. And it's live. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you very shortly. So stay tuned again on the socials and we'll keep you updated on how Jay survives. Cheers, guys.
I've got nothing to hide no more. I've loved and I've hurt, broken people down with words, more grace than I deserve for sure. Known to be crazy, known to be wild. Mama had herself a little devilish child. Ain't no stranger to the troubles at my door. I've been at the wrong place at the wrong time, chasing all the wrong things most of my life. Been every kind of loss that you can't find, but I got one thing right. Been the kind of guy girls mamas don't like, running with the wrong crowd on the wrong nights. Cause I've been wrong about 1,000,000 times, but I got one thing right.